Hello there, today's video is about masses of particles. I've written FM, mm and molar mass. FM is formula mass. The formula mass is the mass of one formula unit of an ionic compound. An example of an ionic compound would be sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. That would be an example of an ionic compound. And then molecular mass is the mass of one molecule and molecules are simply basic units of covalent compounds. An example of a covalent compound would be methane. Therefore, you have it there. Formula mass is the mass of one formula unit of an ionic compound. An example of an ionic compound is sodium chloride, and molecular mass is the mass of one molecule. An example, one molecule, and molecules are basic units of covalent compounds. Therefore, an example of a molecule is methane. Therefore, Fm, which is formula mass for sodium chloride, would be the mass of this formula unit. From the periodic table, the mass of sodium is 23 and the mass of chlorine is 35.5. And when you look at that formula, the atomicity of sodium chloride is actually 1 to 1. The atomicity is 2. Therefore, sodium chloride is made up of 2 atoms, 1 sodium and 1 chlorine. Therefore, if there are 2, just get their masses. Therefore, the mass of sodium, which is 23, plus the mass of chlorine, which is 35.5, and then you add them. So you're going to have 5 plus 3 gives us 8, then 5 AMU. Therefore, the formula mass of sodium chloride is simply 58.5 atomic mass units, or AMU, atomic mass units, the units that give the atoms their masses. Therefore, the protons and neutrons put together, those of sodium and chlorine, you're going to have 58.5. The 0.5 in chlorine is not that it's 1/2 atomic mass unit, but it's because the masses on the periodic table of most elements are actually average atomic masses. That's why you have a 0.5 there. For a molecular mass, which is mm, our example there is methane. Therefore, the formula for methane is CH4. The atomicity of methane is 5. Therefore, you've got 1 carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atoms. Therefore, look for their masses on the periodic table. Carbon has a mass of 12 AMU, and hydrogen has a mass of 1. But in that formula, there are 4 hydrogen atoms. Therefore, all of them put together, they are accounting to 4. When you add 12, the mass of carbon, and 4, the mass of 4 hydrogen atoms, you're going to have 16.0, or just 16 AMU, and that would be your molecular mass of methane, which is a molecular compound or covalent compound. So understand the difference between a formula unit and a molecule, a formula unit and a molecule. The mass of a formula unit is called a formula mass, and the mass of a molecule is called a molecular mass. And when you get the formula mass or molecular mass and express it in grams, when you get formula mass or a molecular mass and express it in grams, the mass that you would have written would represent the mass of 1 mole of that substance. Therefore, the formula mass or molecular mass expressed in grams represents the mass of 1 mole of that given substance. Therefore, if I was to get 58.5 grams, this 58.5, I express it in grams, then this mass would represent the mass of 1 mole of sodium chloride. Therefore, 1 mole of sodium chloride has a mass of 58.5 grams. Therefore, it is expressed or has the units of 58.5 grams per mole. That would be the molar mass of sodium chloride. And the molar mass of methane would be 16 grams per mole. Therefore, the molar mass of a substance is just its formula mass or molecular mass expressed in grams. Therefore, once expressed in grams, it represents 1 mole of that substance, or the mass of 1 mole of that substance. Hope you had learned something, one or two things. Bye for now.